All right, guys, welcome to the fourth session of our MIT App Inventor course. And don't forget, kindly maintain your cameras always off, please, during the whole session. All right, so let's start by sharing my screen. Oh, I was actually reading on today's news, Al Jazeera, on the conflict between Ukraine and Russia. So let's get to just gonna open up a new tab and excellent. Let me know if any of you can see my screen, okay? So I'm going to MIT Inventor.
I can see it.
Cool. So today's class, hopefully I'm not gonna try, I'm gonna try to not drag along, cause I'm also kind of feeling not too well today. So yeah, so bear with me for today. Thank you guys. So I'm gonna go to create apps, which is gonna open up our little window here. And the aim for today's class was to actually finish as quickly as possible with the MIT App Inventor here and quickly dive into Scratch. Okay? So I'm gonna open up my project, the one we started. I think that was chat room. So I'm gonna click chat room. Right, so this is the chat. Is this it? No, that's not it here. So I
I
think it's
remember
this
the
one.
one I have is called two-way chat.
Yeah, is this one. Is this one. Good. So how about will you tell us what we did so far? Okay, thank you.
So basically what we have is we have a little text box and that saves your name when you enter your name, so that's your chat name. And then the send box is when you want to send a message and it appears in the text box down below. The red box is if you want to delete all your messages.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do to make it more interacting. How about I stop sharing my screen, you share your screen, and you take us through, you remind us of what we did previously, okay? In a summary, so try to do it slowly, because consider that we don't know what you're talking about. You're the master on the table. So there, I'm gonna stop the sharing so you can
All
take
right, can
over.
you allow screen sharing? It keeps
Sure,
saying that you disabled it.
cheers, go ahead.
All right.
All right.
Establish an internet connection to explore more options. What? That's Autodesk. What? All right, wait, let me just stop this for a second. And all right.
All right,
I think this is better, right? Yeah, you can see
definitely.
it.
Don't
All
want to
right.
see
Yeah.
Autodesk.
Now this weird window's in my way. All right. So basically what we have is if you were to type what you like wanted your username to be, like
Okay,
so like if it's like you know how like in a text box or like something it says like your name and then your message. So it'd be basically be that was like what it would appear like what so it would tell you like who's speaking at the moment or who's doing that. And this is the message box. So like if you were to type a message out, you would just excuse me. Um you just click send and it would send it into here basically. I think there's a yeah, right here. This is a text box right here. List view. But so like if you want to delete all the messages, because you may have accidentally sent like I don't know, like
okay,
instructions to a thermonuclear bomb, you just delete the message history.
okay.
But we
That's
haven't really gotten to coding all that yet, but this is what I have, which I think is a bit more because I worked on it a bit more.
that's fine. That's fine. So cool. So I have some few questions for you again, Will, again with regards to the visual. Could you kind of elaborate to us the difference between these visible components that we have and the non-visible components? Thank you.
Um, so I forgot about this, the Cloud DB. So that every single message, every single thing you type, every username you save gets saved to this Cloud DB, which is basically like, so it's like a storage system, like it's like how you save all your messages and how you have your history there. But basically clicking this would basically kind of delete the messages or the list actually. Wait, I forgot about that part. You're creating a list with all your information in it. So basically if you were to click the delete message history button, this list would just be gone.
Yeah, but could you again, so as I was saying, what's the difference between this non-visible component and the visible component?
By non-visible component, you mean the code?
No. So you remember that we did discuss that some components were visible on the screen, right? On the
So this is
user
Cloud
interface.
DB is not visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so well, the main difference I can think of is that the Cloud DB is kind of there,
Okay.
but you can't see it. And
Exactly.
everything else you can interact with, but the Cloud DB you can't interact with.
So that's the main difference. Basically, the visible components, you can basically interact with them on the screen, such as, move their order and, you can just interact more with their dimensions or their more of their physical properties. With regards to the cloud, you can really best uh, uh, configure it within the blocks, within the code block. Okay, so thank you for that, Will, much appreciated. How about you unshare your screen so Daniel could also share with us what he's got so far. Thank you very much. Daniel, over to you, please.
Okay, so I'll just share my screen. So
By the way,
I
Daniel, sorry to stop you. I was just gonna ask you because I remember that the day we had the discussion with you on the MIT App Inventor as compared to the Scratch. You were telling me that you kind of you still felt attached to Scratch, which is pretty much normal. It's a fun tool. It's fun. Scratch. You can do so much with it. However, if you really wanted to go as far as you would like to go in creating apps for everyone to be using, apps that are, playable on the Android, on the Mac, and so on, you would have no choice but to really use some modern tools. Okay, so what I wanted to basically ask is, how do you feel so far about the MIT App Inventor compared to the Scratch?
uh, 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 I
So
like the
just,
MIT App
yeah.
Inventor, but
Mm-hmm.
it's I think it's a little bit more confusing than Scratch.
So what do you mean by confusing? Let me know the details of what you mean. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, I guess it's just because I'm not used to it, and for example, I don't really understand what the tags are for,
So
and also
mm-hmm.
the controls are a little different than Scratch because I can't just like drag a button back. I can't just drag something back in. I have to delete it
Yeah,
by
definitely.
clicking on it. Which makes
Definitely.
things a little slower.
Uh,
Yeah,
s-
it's just small stuff like that.
yeah. So yeah, at the beginning, it might look a bit confusing to you. So of course, all the tools, all the different software systems out there do not inherit the same uh, properties. Okay, so even so, as you know, as you go along in IT, in any information technology domain, you will get acquainted with different tools, different programming softwares. So let me take a raw example. You don't expect Python to interact the same way as Java does. They each have their distinct features. So, so again, the MIT App Inventor still uses the code. I'm sure you're still familiar with the code block. It's not that different from the Scratch. Okay. However, it's just like you said, you can drag something back as you would in Scratch, because the purpose of Scratch was really to make it, again, it's fun, it's playful. Scratch was really meant as a tool to teach you the basics and to make you be aware of some of the concepts in coding. Okay, in an MIT App Inventor, it's still the same logic and the same objective. However, much more in depth.
Okay.
So yeah, so for what you were asking, the tag, Daniel, how about you tell us, what do you think those tags are? Thank you.
I think that it looks at that and then it says, oh, I should put it in this group.
So let me give you a small
Because it has that
example
tag.
of the tag. So let's say you had two database. Okay, so let's say in the same database, Cloud DB. Okay, so the Cloud DB. So let's say in the same database, you wanted to store two different piece of information. How would you do that? So one will be the chat and one will be everyone username. How would you do that?
I guess
You will
you
need
would.
a tag. So
Oh,
basically, it's just like in a game. I'm sure you remember those tag games, the tag relay games where in the race you would have to pass the stick to one of your colleague while touching him. You do remember that, right?
yeah.
And that was called tag. The act of touching the person was basically the tag. You would call out tag. That means he's got the stick now, and he's got to run. So it's the same. It's a little bit of the same scenario here. Okay, so by giving those information different tags, so you are basically giving them a label that will allow you to have access to those information. So as I was saying in my example, if you wanted to store the users, their username, or maybe the entry time they came in, or the date and so on, so you would attach a tag to that database. So you can just take the tag like the name of the column. Is that okay? Like the column name in the database, and the information stored there will just be the row. Is that okay? Is that much easier for you?
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Good. Daniel, how about you? Do you have anything you would like to add? Will, wait. Sorry. Will, do you have something you would like to add to the discussion?
No, I think that's all covered.
Okay, good. So, Daniel, share your screen one more time and take us through your code. Thank you.
Okay. So I have the code here, and then I have the design.
Okay.
But Will already explained all that, so
Yeah, so go to your
do the
code.
blocks.
Exactly.
So the save button does is when it collects, it sets your name to the name the text in the text box for the name. Then these all initialize the variables or lists that there are, as this is a name. It doesn't have anything in this, and your
Okay.
message doesn't have anything because you haven't written anything yet.
Yeah,
And the chat is empty because there's no chat in there yet.
exactly.
And when screen one starts, which is basically when the app is opened, it it calls Cloud DB1, and it gets the value of the tag chat. and the value of the tag not there, it's create empty list.
Okay.
So I guess if there's no chat, then it just creates an empty list.
Excellent. Yeah.
And so when the button send is clicked, it sets your message to the text in the message button in the message text area, and it adds your chat message to the Cloud DB1 and puts your name in there as well.
Excellent.
It adds it to the tag chat.
Excellent. Yeah.
And when the Cloud DB1 gets a new value, it sets the global chat to get value. What does that mean?
So we have, so it's not, it's
I
got
guess
value.
I guess that means that the new value that it got. So I guess it sets the global chat to the new value, and it adds it to the new elements in the chat, which is the list view.
Excellent. Now go back to the blocks. Daniel, Will, sorry. Why do I always have to confuse Daniel and Will? Okay, good. Thank you very much, Daniel, for that explanation. It's excellent and well done. So from the explanation, you've said it all, Daniel. You're already a master at MIT App Inventor. And why are you telling me stories that is confusing when you really are not confused about it? You know what you're doing.
I do have to say, like, MIT App Inventor is, I wouldn't say it's like Scratch in the way that it uses coding blocks. I would just say the coding blocks are more advanced than Scratch.
Definitely. I definitely do agree with you. So do you like it, Dan? Do you like it, Will? Do you find it was a good attempt at giving you guys another perspective in coding?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, good.
Have you used Repl?
Repeller. Did you say Repeller?
Repl.it.
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 Oh, okay, so REP.
Repl it right down there.
This one?
REPL.
Okay, L. Okay, Repl.
Yeah, right there.
I think I came across it, but I don't remember using it. So
basically what it is, it's where you can start a coding project and basically like any, like hosting 50+ programming languages. Like if you can literally code anything on it. I have a premium account for it.
I see. So it's basically an IDE.
Yeah.
I see. I see. It's an IDE, and you can store all your projects on their database, on their, they have a server. Okay, I see what you mean. No, I did come across it, but no, I've never used it. I would definitely give it a try and see how it goes. I hope they have a free account. Okay, guys, so let's finish up our work, okay? So this is what we had so far. So I'm not going to go back again and re-explain. I think Daniel made a good job at that already, okay? So yeah, maybe this was a bit confusing for Daniel. So when cloud db1 got value, Will, could you elaborate on this event handler here, what it does? Thank you.
When Cloud DB1 got value, set global chat to get value, set list field. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what it's saying is when it finds the message, or when it gets the message, put it into the chat. Am I actually right with that?
When it gets the message, it should put it in the chat.
Yeah, because
so this is this. What you are saying is this. What about this? And what about the event handler? First of all, what does the event handler do? What does this event handler do? So can anyone tell me what's an event handler? What does event handlers do? We did event handlers in Scratch. You guys did it before. So what do event handlers do? Functions.
I know what a function does.
Yes, so it's the same thing as an event handler. So what does a function does? What does a function do?
Well, a function, so what it does is you can code something if you're going to use it more than once, and you can assign it to a function, and whenever you call that function, it will do that task without having to rewrite all the code that you already did.
Okay.
All right, man, already smarter than me.
Yeah, so thank you, Daniel, for that explanation. So exactly, that's one of the things that it's one of those advantage, or should I say pros of a function. However, a function is basically what I wanted you to basically say was a function is triggered by an event. Okay. Are we okay? So this is a event handler here, click, for example. So basically your function inside here would only be triggered when there's a click event. Am I right or am I wrong? So that was the same idea for here, initialize. So when the screen is initialized, opens up, it triggers in this here. When you click, so what do you think happened when you click here? It's a function. Okay, so this is here, it's an event handler of the browser that says when you click on this plus tab here, okay, on this button, on this tab, it should do what? A function is executed, which opens up a new tab. Does that clears away the contrast? Can you see the contrast? The difference? So that's what we call an event handler. So this event handler here got value. Okay, there's an event handler here of the database called got value, which basically calls back all the value within this database. So all it does is this variable that we've initialized right here, that was the chat, right? The create empty list. So all we are saying is just get the
I'm just gonna
value.
go grab some water. I'll be right back.
Sure, go ahead, Will. So all we are saying, Daniel, is just grab all the value in that variable which was
Oh, and I have
initialized
my headphones
with
in,
an
like they're
empty list.
wireless, so I'm listening to everything. I can hear everything, so just keep going.
Okay, cheers, Will. Is that okay, Daniel? Are you okay, or is it? Or is there more ambiguity? Would you like me to re-explain it?
No, I got it.
Cheers. So basically, when it gets the value, it is being set here in the empty list. So that's how it repopulates. So you will find all the information that was stored inside this empty list, okay, which is then set to the list view dot element. Because the list view is a list, it takes element, okay. Within list we have elements, so we just assign the get global chat, okay, which we reassign all this information back in the list, and basically that's it. And the last code we had was dot data change. You remember dot data change? I think that was it. That was the whole application. So look at it. I think we had how many lines of code? We have let me see. Well, here there are no lines, but let's see how many blocks we had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 blocks of code here.
But I don't think that I have some of them.
So look at it on your, let me just make the screen a little bit smaller. If it can help you. I'm sure you have the initialize, right? You have the screen event handler.initialize. You have the initialize, you have these 3 variables here, right? You have the save click. Have you got the send click event handler?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, have you got the got value event handler for database?
Yeah.
Have you got the button one.click, which basically is the delete everything within the, it's basically this button here, delete all message.
I don't think I have that one.
Okay, so good. So how do you think we should do that? In fact, I'm not gonna show you. So how about you? I'm gonna stop sharing my screen and you're gonna share your screen and you're gonna tell me how you think we should delete all the information in the list. Is that okay?
Okay.
So there we go. So you can take over now.
Okay, so I guess I should go to the delete button.
Mm-hmm.
And when the delete button is clicked, we should go to CloudDB and remove all of them. So I guess clear tag, and then the tag is chat. Wait, that's not it. That's not how you do that. And then, is that it?
You need more. Go ahead.
I don't know what you would do.
Remember, so the first thing you did is actually excellent. Okay, so remember, no, share your screen one more time. Good. Now, okay, remember, again, you have the application in your head. Okay, you remember where we stored the information, whether the information was stored in the database or it was stored in a variable or in the list as well, in the component. So you have to make sure you clear away all those information. Everything is deleted. So not within the database, but within the variables holding those data, and I mean within the list and within the component itself. So how would you remove the information within the list? Tell me. That's what you are missing.
I guess just like get rid of everything in the list.
Yeah, so what do you do? The list component.
I don't.
So you don't click on the list. So remember, on your screen, you have a list component. You have a list component, right? That holds all the information of the list. Yeah. So how do you clear? So you need to clear that information even within the list.
I guess, do we use the
No,
refresh?
so click the component of the, yeah, click the list, yeah. Yes.
To just,
Yeah, set it up, yeah. Okay.
and
Uh-huh. No, it's a list. Try it, it will never go in because this is a string. You need an empty list. Excellent. So basically, when the person clicks, it will clear the database and it will clear, but you've missed one thing. Which is it? Tell me. Daniel, are you back?
I'm Daniel.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Daniel. I mean, stay online. Will, are you back?
I've been here for like 20 minutes now.
So Daniel.
Oh wait, you know what? I'm gonna put something in the chat. Hang on. I
Okay.
suggest you all watch this. Wait, hang on. Keep teaching. Give me 1 sec.
Okay, so Daniel, continue sharing your screen, Daniel. So I was saying that you left something out, Daniel. The variable. Remember the variable? You've got to initialize it back to being empty.
So I guess set the chat to set empty list.
Yeah.
Like, is that it?
Which one? Yeah, that's it.
Global chat?
Yeah, global chat.
Okay.
That's it. Everything is done.
Yay!
How
I did it.
was that so hard?
Not really.
Not really. It's the same thing. So, again, perfection comes, I wouldn't say perfection, but I would say the more you keep on training yourself, just as you trained yourself on in Scratch, the same way you're gonna play with this tool here, the more comfortable you would be. Okay? So basically that's it. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Can someone open that link and then pull it up on their screen? It's so me and my friends coded this website
No.
called Blipsy, which is basically this.
Why did you do this?
What?
What did you put in the chat?
It's not a
Why?
Rickroll.
I know, but why though?
But so me and my friends did this website where people can like freely like post and share like a bunch of videos of different stuff, and there's like thousands of things, and I've been making compilations of like the funniest videos from there, and seriously like click on it and someone like present it because it's awesome.
Okay, so how about you share the website with us and we can have a look at it much later. Is that okay? So I'm gonna share back my screen here and I'm gonna open back the. Okay, so we have the delete. By the way, Daniel, Will, do you also have the delete button configured? Okay, the last thing we need is the data change. Okay. Daniel and Will, do we have everything set up? Okay, so guys, so I think this is the end of the application. So the best way to try the application would actually be for you guys to, as I showed you before, you will need to connect using either your AI companion, which I did the last week we met, okay? Or you can either connect using your USB. So who's got an Android there? Will, I think you have an Apple phone, right? An iPhone. How about you, Daniel? Have you got,
Indeed.
yeah. Do you have your,
I don't have the app installed.
how about you
And
install it
that
and
is
you,
because I do not use my iPhone.
okay. So how about you, Daniel. Daniel, have you got your Android phone there?
Yeah, I have an Android and I have the app installed.
Okay,
Daniel, my boy, you got an Android.
would you like to install it and give it a
Dad.
try?
Okay, but I don't have the when it changes value. I don't. What does that do?
So the data change value is whenever something is added on the list. So whenever a new message is sent, it just appends it on the list. That's all it does.
Okay, can I have a second to copy it?
Sure, feel free. So this is what I want you to do. Daniel, since you are on Android, Will, you really need a phone, by the way. You need your phone close by, Will. It's the only way you would be
I
comfortable.
don't have a phone. Well, I mean, I do have a phone, but I just don't use it. No, I actually I don't use it. My parents won't let me use it. There's like parental controls everywhere, and there's no app store. There's no Safari. There's no nothing like that.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm 13. They don't let me use a phone. I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
God bless you.
I know. It's sad. It's sad.
Well, I wouldn't say sad. So this is what I was gonna do to, cause I was gonna go to here, my store. I was gonna go to my app store here. I was gonna go to Google Play. console. So let me see, let me go to my account here with Evolve. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to here. Actually, I'm just gonna go back here. I'm gonna click here. Let's see. So we have this. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Daniel, are you could you open your Google Store, please?
Okay.
Once you open your Google Store, give me just a second. I'm just gonna do some research.
Is that you?
Yes, please. So once you open your Google Store, I want you to type this in Google Store. This is my account on Google Store, which has only one app.
I
which
found it.
Did you find it? So click install and we can chat. Click the done the sound the same you see here and just click install.
Sometimes.
Man, this all feels like a ploy for me to install your app. Okay.
So yeah, so let me try to, by the way, I have Zoom here. Let me try to share also my screen here so we can all see the chatting with me and Daniel. I think I'm gonna join. It's time. Let me just join here. So 8796711. Right. So is it installed on your application?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Daniel. Oh, so this is Daniel. So let me put my name there, Habib. Let me share my screen so we can all see what's happening here. So I'm gonna have to stop my screen here, and I'm gonna share my screen on the phone here. So Will, can you see how cool is that? So basically we are the cool boys today, okay? Did you see that? Daniel, did you receive my message? So
Wait, how do you get? I want to use this. Can you get this on iPhone?
yeah, if you had your iPhone and you installed it, we could have all been chatting.
Is it on the App Store?
Yeah, it is on the no. So if you have an iPhone, it's not on the iStore. So you would have to use the AI companion.
But does it work the same way? Can I still like chat with you guys?
No, unfortunately, no, because the AI companion is just a testing tool, and we are on the live production here.
All right, wait. I think on my computer. Does it work on a computer? Because I have Google Play on my computer.
Yeah, so you can install it on your computer. It will work. So we can try to delete the message. I can delete everything. Everything goes away. So Daniel, how cool is that? Imagine, so this is an app that you can feel free to modify the app and make it much more, much more profound in a spiritual way. And you can deploy it. So what I was gonna do, by the way, I think we have 3 more sessions left. And I was actually planning to show you after you've developed in the app, after you've developed in the MIT Inventor, how to download the app, how to download an executable extension of the app, you know, how to basically upload it on Google Store. But you would need an account, okay? You would need,
Wait, what's the thing called again? What's the app?
so it was called, I recently named it, I was gonna delete it. So it's here. Yeah, it's here. So just type this. All right. So all the information is basically saved as long as the app is open. Okay. So if we had to close the app and if I had to remove the app, right now it's removed from my phone, the phone memory, and I reopen back the app. Oh, all the information is back, by the way. That's cool. I thought it was going it was not gonna be. So Daniel, do you now understand the whole point of the got value? Is that okay?
Yeah, I still want to get onto the app. What's it called?
I showed you the link already.
I don't see the link
It's here.
anywhere.
Don't the sound. This is it here. So let me send you the link on your computer, on your Zoom. Just click it. I was asking Daniel. So Daniel, do you now get to understand the whole the got value stuff, how it works? So,
Yeah, I do now.
yeah, so this is the got value. This is how it works. If it had information, it would show it. If it didn't have the information, it would just show an empty list, and that's it. So let's wait for Will to become part of the cool boys.
All right, hang on. I just gotta be right back. I just gotta get my password. Okay, bye. See you in 1 sec.
Sure. Right, so I'm gonna unshare my screen from this phone here and get back on my computer here. I'm gonna reshare my screen on the computer. So I think what I would like you guys to do for the next time we meet, it's almost time. Okay, Daniel and Will, I want you guys to look at this app we did, okay? And how about you make it better? Daniel, I know you can do it better from the game. I think you were the one that showed me that game, right? That you made in Scratch.
I have a few games in Scratch, so
No, the
which one?
game, the RPG game in Scratch where you make the people work and stuff. It was like a puzzle. Or that was not you, that was Will. I think that was you, Daniel. You showed me a game you made in Scratch, you know, like a bit complex with a lot of code. Or that was not you. Right. So
I have it here. Wait, I didn't share it. I didn't finish it. Should I share my screen?
sure, please feel free.
Is it this one?
Yeah, it's that one. It's the one I'm looking for.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. It's very cool.
Technically, technically it is finished, but I could add a few more things. For example, right now it's kind of free for all. I mean, you could technically do anything you want because there's not really, it's pretty hard to make all of the rules in the game because it's a pretty complex game. But I have most of them. But the hardest thing is placing houses and roads. It's just very hard to check whether a clone is player ones or player twos.
Is this
And
like
then
Civilization?
Something like that.
No, have you ever played Settlers of Catan? It's a board game.
No, I've played Civilization. This seems pretty damn like that.
Oh well, it's oh wait, no. Oh, is this game ever seen it before?
Never.
Okay.
But it's kind of cool to be able to just computerize it, like, as a game. What do you think, Will? I mean, that took a lot of code.
Yeah, I have a few too. Hang on, I'll share mine. I have numerous projects on Scratch that I just, haven't got to yet. Getting the Scratch right now. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep.
And by the way, it'd be nice if you can take this game and rebuild it back on the MIT App Inventor.
All right, I did I'm a banana one. I did a zombies one. Oh, I love this one. All right. Hang on a sec. You're gonna want to see this one. So this took me maybe like 5 minutes, but it's still a good one. I like it. So it's a basic platformer, and I call it Block of Beef Adventure because he's a block of beef. And so what it is you're a block of beef jumping on these platforms, and I think I made like something like 50 levels to it. This is just something I do to pass time when I'm bored in class. I just code stuff, but hang on. I think I'm almost through like the first, yeah, because then it goes on to like spikes and stuff like that. See, if you touch the spike, you die. I do have a better one. Did I show you the zombie one?
No, show me.
All right, so my stuff. I have all these untitled projects where I'm just kind of I used to do these. I think like I used to do these like things, interactive lessons for my classes. Like,
Will, were you able to install the app? I don't want to keep you guys more than.
oh no, I forgot my password. Now I have to
All
reset it. But all right, but let me just show you the zombie one before. But yeah, like I used to do these things for class. So see inside. But so I used to do these things for class where I would just kind of like an interactive lesson almost. But so it's basically this thing.
I remember you showed it to me. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. This took me like maybe like 5 days.
Definitely.
All right, wait, and I think there might be a boss one. Yeah, I think there's a boss zombie coming. Hang on. But if I press P, I think it pulls up the shop and I can get upgrades.
Wow.
But I think if I
That's cool.
hold
So
K or something.
Daniel, so how about you share the link and we can play it on our time as well. All right, guys. So for this session, this is gonna be the end of the session. So
Oh yeah, there's the boss. There's the boss. And then there's a whole new type of zombie which has like that little patch of blood on its head. That's the boss minion.
I see what you mean.
All right, and then
Oh,
once you kill the boss, you get like tons of money. So
that's kind of cool.
you can move with
Okay,
WASD or.
Will, would you like to unshare your screen so we can get back?
Oh yeah.
Thank you. So Daniel and Will, for next week class, what I'm looking for from you, I think the whole aim was really to get you on your feet, get you acquainted with the IDE as well as the code blocks, a little bit on the logic of how things work, okay? But from here on out, it's got to be you guys, okay? I'm just gonna be here more as a support to you, okay? So for next week, I need you guys to work more on this project. So it's up to you. You either have two choices. You can make this project much better. Okay, so when I say much better, how about you think in WhatsApp term or Messenger or Facebook Messenger or something like Twitter, how you can make it better, include even icons, you can even include media as part of it and so on. Okay, you can maybe rearrange the whole thing, make the design much cooler. I don't know, it's up to you. Or if you don't like this project, you can create something that you like, which is what the course is all about, making something fun. So you can replace this whole project. I don't mind. Choose anything you want to do. So this is actually an application which I did. It's kind of cool and it's a bit much more complex, okay, than what you have here. So let me just so this application is actually not is currently not shared on Google Store, but this is what I was planning to that's why you see the logo. The logo you saw on my Play Store is basically this of, So let me just give you an insight a little bit on how it goes. So I'm just gonna connect here. Let's wait for it. And I think I'm gonna unshare my screen here. And I'm gonna share my screen just rather here on my phone. So this is what we have. So I'm just going back here. So you can see when the person first opens up the app, this is what he sees. Right, so what's wrong with this? It's kind of slow. All right, so let's go back. So basically this is the person needs to fill in this information right here, okay, which is then saved into the database. I don't think I've shown you how to do, so this is much more advanced. So this is a database called Firebase, which is also part of the MIT App Inventor. So you can look at different menu. You have the home, you have the news. I'm sorry, it's all in French because it's for a French country. You can give blood, you can look at all your requests and so on. Okay, so this is how you make a request. You can view all the requests, existing requests. I'll just click it. Things I mean, it's kind of slow. I don't know why it's taking so much time, but yeah, so something like that. And there are even notifications. So each time you submit, it sends you a notification here. I think you can all see it here. So it says MIT Inventor Companion. Whenever you submit a new blood donation, I mean a new request for blood, you have an authentication here that comes with the message and so on. So yeah, I mean it's really cool. You have all the information here. I can see all the people that have decided to request blood. So you have the patient's name. Daniel, you were asking for the tag, the meaning of tags. So you can see it here. So here I'm calling all the tags in my database here. with their respective information. So the tag here was patient name. It gives the name. This was the ID of the patient. For the ID, I'm using the phone number. So the name is here G. I'm just giving an example. Okay, the contact person is Habib, the required date, the hospital name, the blood type is A+, the required unit, and so on. All right. So let me just unshare my screen. And so guys, as I said, for next week, I need you guys to come up with a template for me. You can either continue building on the messaging, or you can scrap that and just build something new on your own. Okay, any more questions?
Nope.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Daniel, will take care of yourself. It's always nice to be with you guys. Ciao, ciao.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.